Ignore that sound. My dog is mad. He wants in and I'm not letting him because he was being crazy. Sorry, I'm doing Sorry, I was kind of cleaning up a spot. So, yeah, cleaning up a spot behind my ear. This video is a better put together version of my prediction about my life in 2021. I did one already, but it was not well put together. There wasn't much thought put into it. I was just trying to get it out. Sam, you can stop. So this one is more put together and has a lot more thought. So the first prediction is that I will get more flexible and that I'll get a bunch of cool flexibility poses. Hopefully this one does happen because I'm working really hard and generally I think this will happen. And like part of getting more flexible and getting flexibility poses. So Sam, stop. So the second prediction that I have is this one is a good one, I feel like. I predict that in my life personally, that I honestly predict that I'll keep making great music and really working hard on my music. This one I feel like will probably happen because for it, like, I post music and sometimes you guys like it and that's good and I want that to continue and I want to work on my music. So yeah, I feel like this might happen. The next one, this one is one that honestly I don't, this is one that's kind of questionable because, so I'm going to tell it to you and explain why it is questionable, which is I think I will find my crush. Okay, you can stop, Sam. The reason it is questionable is because I didn't make a prediction video. I made a end of the decade video last year, but at the time I predicted kind of in my head. I made a few like predictions. None of them happened, but like, yeah, because like Corona hit and like ruined everything. Well, basically one of them was that I was gonna find my crush. Now, I'm hoping this happens. I really do want it to happen, but I don't know if it will happen. But I'm gonna put it on the list because I feel like if it's the 1 year that I don't, it's gonna happen just to prove him. You didn't put it on your list, so you can't say that you predicted it when I want to. So yeah. The fourth prediction that I have is that I will mark everything off on my list, or at least most of it off my New Year's resolution list. So I made 4 pages, like, of a lot of stuff that I want to do. I want to get done in 2021, and a lot of them are like flexibility things and just fun things that I can personally do. Honestly, I think all of them, except for one, will be marked off. And the one that I don't think will be marked off is meeting a YouTube or celebrity person. Meeting a YouTube person that I watch. I want to say TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram, but since I follow everyone, like basically, but they're all the same people, if that makes sense for me. Because I don't go on the For You page, I go on the following page. But I did actually have one reply to me on TikTok today, which was incredible. It's just a mirror, or it's a mirror, and you can find her channel, just a mirror on, or more a mirror. And so that's really cool. And cool. And she does a lot of fun videos and challenges and slime videos on one. It's just fun. But I commented on a TikTok that she made yesterday. And I commented, does our queen reply, because I want to see that actually work, since I see so many people comment, does our queen reply on, different accounts that I watch on, and then, most of the time they get a reply, and I'm wait, I want to see if this works, because I tried it once before, it didn't work. This time it worked. She replied yes with a heart, and that's at first when I first saw it, I went wait. So then I looked and saw that she actually replied, and I went I lost my mind. I was so, excited because I watch her so much, and it's so by the end of the year, if I don't meet someone that I watch on YouTube, I will still mark it off and will count it as someone replied, yeah. Because I get very excited over her videos, so yeah. So the next prediction that I have is that I will become a better dancer. This one, I honestly think, because I'm a pretty good dancer, I'm a fabulous dancer, I'm a pretty good dancer as it is, and I have a lot of stuff that, you need in dance, technique, facial acting, all of this stuff, but I definitely want to continue working on it and make it even better, so I definitely hope that I will become a better dancer. The next one, which is number 6, and I predict that I will be a more versatile dancer by the end of the year, which, for those who don't know what that means, it means that I can move from different types of dance styles and keep going and do all of them just as equally good. So, I can go from ballet to contemporary to lyrical to hip-hop to tap to aerial work, all sorts of stuff. Speaking of which I basically texted one of my nieces today, and I said I ordered something kind of crazy but cool, and she replied to that saying, "But you don't have a job. Where did you get the money?" And I basically said that I'm with my allowance and stuff, and explained that, and I said something about how I told her what was and stuff, kind of voice, recorded a text and for her and told her what was and stuff, and so she said that when it gets here she'll probably come by for one. But I'm hoping I become a more versatile dancer. I know by the end of 2021 I will at least be somewhat more versatile. So the next prediction I have is that I will become more positive or more confident in myself And this one I think will happen. The truth is, I'm gonna be straight up on with you. I always been pretty confident in myself, if that makes sense. But there's always been a few times when I'm not as confident. Like with the "I wish I would have told him sooner" music video, I'm crazy nervous for that to come out because I don't know what you'll think. Because it's something that I put a lot of hard work into, but not just me. It's me, it's me obviously, but it's also Bella, and it's also like a group of backup dancers, or they're actually YouTubers, PCS girls, search them, and subscribe to them. I'm subscribed, but I don't have my notifications on, which I'm gonna fix after this. Because the reasoning is because some of their content I love and like, yes, but then there's some like that I'm just not into, like the Roblox, like they play Roblox sometimes. I'm not into that. Like everyone, Bella and Skylar both keep recommending Roblox to me, and I'm like, So yeah, like because and it's not bad content. It's like playing Roblox or things that I'm not as interested in. The next assumption is this one I like, which is this is one that I honestly like, which is but with the confidence one, I'm gonna talk about that. Like overall, I definitely will admit something about 2020. And at the end of this, I'm gonna do a few things that have changed about me that have improved in 2020. So at the end of this video, I'll do it. But next assumption, and in this one I like, which is that my content will become a lot less of me talking and more of dancing and more content that people would like, such as music, dancing, and a few other things. This one I think will probably happen. And right now I don't do as much dancing content as I would like to because I don't really, I have a lot of equipment. Well, not a lot, but I have some equipment. I have my dance mat, I have my ballet bar, I have a hanging stretcher, I have cheater shoes, I have some other type of shoes that are dance shoes, but I don't know what they're for. They're not ballet shoes. My mom swears up and down they are. They aren't, and I have told her that because I know my dance wear very well. And she knows it pretty good too, like me loving dance as much as I do. She constantly like she orders things sometimes and stuff, so like yeah, that situation. But they're not because I worn ballet shoes. I owned a pair one time, and those are not ballet shoes. You don't know what type of shoe they are. I'm gonna show you them, and then so here they are. If you know what, okay, they look like everyday shoes. Here's the back, but then there's this strap thing. So if you know what type of shoes they are, please DM me on Instagram, letting me know. Because they have the dance, like, strap thing, like, the straps are, like, dance straps and stuff. But, yeah, don't know what type of shoe they are. But I also feel like I definitely for sure, like, once I get my aerial dance hammock thing, it will definitely be bringing more dance content, and I will continuously add more dance content and stuff. But next, this assumption isn't really much of an assumption. It's just something that I want to kind of include just for no reason. I forget what number we're on, but that's fine. Which is that I will launch merch in 2021. But since that wasn't really an assumption, because like I already know I'm launching merch in 2021. So I'm adding on to that and doing more than just my first design, like more designs than just one in 2021. What I mean by that is, like, I want to launch more than just one design. Like, we're starting with one design and a t-shirt, and stuff, but I want to launch more than that. Like, yeah, so I feel like this will probably happen. And I don't know though, like, because right now I talked about with my dad, and our plan is to launch the one design, see where that goes, and if I like that, I'll probably launch more. So the next one is I assume that I will launch a dance collection of merch in 2021. Yes, I'm hoping that this one happens because I love dancewear so much that I want to launch like an actual dance collection. So the next assumption that I have is that I wish I would have told him sooner or come out and is a big hit. I hope this happens. If this doesn't happen, I think this is one of the things I would be more sad about. Like, there's definitely things that, like, I'll be sad about, like, if they don't happen, like, because I really want them to. But there's some stuff that I would be even more sad about if, like, they don't happen. And that is one of them. Because, not that, like, it's because a lot of people put a lot of work into this. Like, it means that I put, like, probably some of the most work into filming lots of scenes, doing lots of hair, lots of makeup, lots of looks and different things, and it's not even done yet. It's like, I still have, like, 2 or 3 more scenes. Then, on top of it, like, I'm gonna be going through this part. I'm gonna probably, oh no, I'll probably do it. Like, we're a little bit of editing, because when I was filming one scene, which is like the possessed evil queen scene, basically, I thought I turned the camera, or like stopped it from recording, and I didn't, so there's like about 10 minutes of just blank footage of just all you can hear is me taking off makeup and complaining about because I wore some horrible makeup. But that's what I needed to go for and stuff. So, yeah. But also, that Belle was putting work into it. And, PCS girls are putting work into it. This other person let me actually pull up their Instagram, because I always forget their name and I feel so bad, like, because M-A, I think it's like Mariah, or it's M-A-R-I-A. how to reply you. But yeah, like, so many people are working really hard on it. And so ultimately, I wanted to, like, do good, like I should. Like, this is something I'm gonna say. Because some people, like, I'm gonna say it this way. There's no harm in celebrating your success, and there's no harm in wanting your work to do good. As long as you don't brag about it, if that makes sense. Like, don't be the person that becomes a braggy person that only talks about their success, only wants them to do good. Like, because no one likes that type of person. At least I don't. Like, it's great to talk with your friends and stuff about, like, your success and want it to do good. And, like, when someone starts hating on it, like it's fine to, I be like, well, I want my stuff to do good, and it is. And so, honestly, your hate doesn't bother me. But don't only talk about it. Like, be open to talk about your friend's success and their dream and all of that. Like, that's why, because when you only talk about you and you only want you to do good, not your friends, and stuff, it becomes an issue. An issue that you're not being a good friend. So when I got a few more assumptions, then I'm going to talk all the good things that came from 2020. Or like things that I learned or like made me grow as a person for the good or like changed me for the good. So the next assumption is this one I want to happen, but it won't happen if one that I already said doesn't happen, which is I assume that I will spend my 16th birthday with my crush. I hope this one happens. I really want it to happen. Honestly, and when you want to know something, one of my favorite birthdays that I ever had was the most simplified birthday ever. Literally, so the day before my birthday, I took a pottery class, me and Bella's sister were doing pottery, like this pottery class, and there were two classes. We started something, we finished it, and that was good. But then after, okay, we're gonna backtrack it a little. We're gonna start at the beginning of the day, because something happened. Basically, that day, I was being really bratty. I mean, I don't ever say that I'm bratty or horrible, but that day, something was up. I don't know what it was. I think it was, at the time, I was starting to adjust to, like, not seeing my crush as much, only seeing him, like, 2 or 3 times a year and stuff, and that was really hard because he lived with, like, my sister, and we had just, like, moved, kind of. And basically what happened was this day, and I missed him a lot this one day, and it was, like, kind of just getting to me, and I became a total brat. I mean, full-on brat. I was literally threw a fit over the silliest thing, which was because I don't remember why. There was some reasoning that we were opening my gifts a day early, which we usually do, especially now. Like, because of the fact that, like, we usually, like, do a little party or something, like, a few days before my birthday, and that's why I open my gifts, and then on my actual birthday, we'll kind of just chill or, like, do something small and stuff. Well, this one day, I threw a fit. So my mom and everyone went like, okay, we're gonna open your gifts tonight. Because my sisters had to work that day, and we're gonna open your gift tonight. We're gonna go out, get some dinner, or something. And I don't know what the plan was, to be honest. And I basically, so I kind of got excited, opening gifts, like that fun. I threw a total fit, like literally around lunchtime. I was hungry. I was a hot mess, and I threw a fit over the main fact that I wanted to open my gifts. Total bratty moment. Regret it so bad. Wish I could go back and fix it. And that was a horrible moment, but I felt like in that moment, I don't really think I threw a fit over that. I feel like, yes, okay, ultimately I did. But part of me just wanted to, kick and scream and just, be a horrible person for, 5 minutes. And it's because I missed my crush. And that sounds like, oh, I'm covering up, but I'm actually not. I really missed my crush at the time because it was the longest we've been apart. So, ultimately, that's gonna start getting tough at some point. That was when it started getting tough. So, total bratty moment. Regret it. And then, so finally, I threw a fit to the point where finally we agreed that I could open one gift. Opened it, I got a JoJo ball. It's actually in here. Let me find it. Probably over there. Here. Yeah. I opened it, so I got that, and then I think I got, there was something else. I think it was a fidget spinner bath bomb or something. I forget what it was. And so, I opened my one gift, got calmed down, everything, and went on. Well, also, I was kind of upset on top of because my mom kind of wasn't being totally fair. Basically, no, she was gonna give me 2 options of places we could go to dinner. But both of them, okay, I kind of like both of them. One a little bit more, but I didn't choose it because I'm getting really sick of that place because we were eating it a lot. Which was Smithfield's, which is a chicken place, and then K&W, which is, I don't really know how to describe it. Both places, K&W would not be my choice one bit. At first she asked me what my choice would be, and I went if I could pick anywhere, it would be Dave & Buster's or O'Charlie's. If I had to pick one out of the 2, O'Charlie's. And she went well, you can't pick Dave & Buster's because you go there for the games and stuff, and I'm yeah. And then basically I gave her the option of O'Charlie's, and then, yeah, basically she went well, we'll do either Smithfield or KFC. Not KFC, K&W, I mean. And I was upset because both of those places, we've been eating Smithfield a lot lately, so I was getting tired. Both of those places are that my mom would pick, not what I would, but what my mom would pick, so that was kind of annoying. Then, yeah, we went, and we went to dinner, like things were great. Like oh no, we went to a pottery class, then we went to dinner, we came back, we opened my birthday gifts. I got an American Girl doll, I got a scrapbook, I got, a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of bath bombs, like a ton of stuff. And then, and this was actually my 12th birthday. And then the next day, which was my actual birthday, was the best birthday I could have won for like my actual birthday. And because I spent it at the Civic Center, or taking a dance class. Had to be up and ready by like 9:30 or something. Best birthday I could have wanted. Because for me, and it truly was, because I was taking a dance class. And most people would be like, why would you want to take a dance class on your birthday? Like, you would probably want to go and do something fun, like, although dance is fun. But for me, that's what I wanted, and like, so I was really happy at that moment. Like, I was taking a dance class because I was learning, I was becoming a better dancer, and that was incredible. So, yeah, that was my best birthday. So I'm going to do one more assumption and then talk about some of the stuff that came from 2020 that like made me like a better person, I feel like. So the final assumption is I assume that I will get more internet famous, if that makes sense, like more social media like famous, and that more people will know who I am. I hope so. Like, what I mean by that is like get more followers and stuff. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I really hope that I just launch something launches me hopeful. I'm kind of leaning toward I wish I would have told sooner, because that, when we designed it, it's supposed to launch me. It's supposed to get me more known on the internet. And it's also supposed to say, hey, for anyone who thinks that you can stop me and from following my dreams and treat me like I'm a nobody, you're all wrong. I'm not giving up on my dreams. And, and it's also supposed to kind of be like my, like, wait, I'm not actually saying it, but like meaning, peace out on the haters. Because I don't need you. Like, that's honestly true. I'm going to talk about some stuff that 2020 has done that have made me a better person, I feel. First up, I feel like in 2020, which is what I mean, I said 2021, I think. But in 2020, I feel like I definitely became a better boss and a better leader, if that makes. Because when I started, I wish I told him sooner, I knew nothing about taking charge. And like involving more than just Bella, involving like a lot of people as backup dancers was kind of like something that I knew was going to help me a lot, but also at the same time was a little bit nervous. Like, I was a little nervous because I'm like, okay, I'm basically the boss of this music video. I'm in charge of it. And I feel like at first, I definitely let Bella slide a lot. I let her get away with a lot until finally I realized that I needed to take charge and be a better leader and be a better boss. And if that meant not letting her do the music video, then I was going to have to do it. What I did, I came up with a compromise with myself, basically. Because I went like, well, because this started as a me and Bella thing. And I don't want to make her not do the music video, that makes. I don't want to throw her out of the music video because it started as a me and Bella thing, and I don't want to, because like we're good friends, we're best friends, and that personally only, like, we worked well together, like, all this stuff, like, there was so many reasons, but at the same time I knew that she definitely kind of slide or tried to get away with some of, like, not doing her job and stuff, like, that situation, and so I can't just do nothing. I have to, like, do something to let her know, hey, I'm in charge, you're gonna listen to me, or you don't do the music video. So, like, compromise was that so when this started, I gave her 3 scenes. Because she's playing a younger version of me when I was, like, 9 years old and, like, little and cute, because she's almost 9 years old. And that was the time I really started telling more people. Which, by the way, like, by telling more people, I told one more person pretty much. No one knows, like, a lot of people don't fully know. Well, actually, now they know, but, like, since I do social media. But, like, I told one more person, and that person was not my mom. My mom didn't know until, until an incident that I'll tell you about in a minute. So, yeah, basically, so, yeah, like, for that, she was going to be doing 3 scenes. Well, I decided to take away one of her scenes, because I have to punish her somehow. Like, I can't let her get away. So, like, I'm taking away one of her scenes, which is totally fine. I'll just cover for that scene and do it. Like, which is not that big of a deal. It puts more on me, but it's not that big. But it's enough to, like, say, hey, I'm in charge. You're gonna listen to me. I definitely became a stricter boss. But I'm gonna tell you how my mom found out that I had a crush. So basically, she found out because of one day, me and my dad were in the car. And we went to, like Food Line, which is a grocery store. And then, so, like, we get back to, because at the time we were living with my sister just in the beginning stages. And that, like, I think it was, like, the next day or something, I had dance class. I can't remember. But it was getting close to another dance class. And so I went in the kitchen where my dad was, and I went like, hey, can we go to music class tomorrow? It was a Tuesday. Because I know this, so I had dance class that day. That's what it was. And he's like, I'll think about it. And because that entire week, I had been begging for like 3 weeks at that point. Because I wanted to go back. I wanted to say goodbye. Like, I wanted to do something that I never got to do, but, like, at the same time, I'm glad I never got to do, and I hated not being able, but I wanted to say goodbye to my crush for, like, a while, because we weren't going to see each other for, like 6 months or something, and that was going to tear me down, it was going to break me, it was going to destroy me, but that was going to happen. Also, I came up with one more prediction. I predict that I won't completely destroy myself in 2021 because I missed my crush. Hope that happens. And probably not. We'll see. Because I miss my crush and, like, I miss him so much and, like, all this stuff. Well, basically, back to the story. My mom asked my dad, why does she want to go back to music class so bad? It's just music class. Like, it's not a big deal. When we moved, she said goodbye to it, or that was the plan. And my dad's like, there was no way I'm gonna make her say goodbye to it. You can go, like 2 or 3 times a year. And my mom's like, like, why won't you ever just make her do something? And he's like, because, can I tell her? And he went like, can I tell her? And I'm like, I no, like, don't. And my mom's like, tell me what? And he's like, she has a crush there. And my mom's like, oh. And like, at that point, I'm happy, but I'm also annoyed that he told her, because I'm annoyed because I told him not. But at the same time, I'm happy because if he didn't, my mom wouldn't know to this day. If he didn't, she would never know. She would probably know the day that we run off and get married when I'm like when we're both old enough to, and no one will know until I call her and be like, oh yeah, we're married, like, thing and stuff of like this in way in the future, and then like she handled it well for her. That's why my mom ultimately is she just turned things into a girly girl situation. But that's basically gonna be it. But yeah, she found out that way. So I feel like in 2020 I became a better leader. I learned how to take charge and really do what a leader needs to do and not let people slide and stuff. I definitely learned how to be better at social media. I learned what not doing good with my channel and what is, and a bunch of stuff.